When?
And I'ma do it again. Watch me.
Y'all know the intro.
Then watch me do it again.
Yo, we got what?
Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss, no loss, no loss. Look, I'ma always win.
Yo,
Put the link in the chat. Put the link.
I got you. Shoot, some people be waiting. That two on already. Soon as it go live. I love it, man. All right, let me send the link in the chat for everybody. I gotta view it on YouTube to do that. All right, let me send the link in the chat.
Ooh-wee.
All right. Red zone. Where we at? Ah, there we go. All right. Link is in the chat for all those who aren't subscribed.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Shame. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yo, what up, man? What's good? E, what's good, man?
I don't know what made you make her put in these throwbacks, but
Yo, just for the record, you know what? Let me say what's up to Kenny, then we'll explain what we got on. Kenny, what's good, my G?
All good, guys. Appreciate the birthday shout out last episode. Yeah, I was gonna say you should tell them what these jerseys are about.
I hope you had a great birthday.
mm-hmm.
You and your sister.
Appreciate that.
Which you know,
no.
I that's usually what you said to me. That's between me. I hope you had a great time, man.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So now I can explain to y'all what these jerseys are about. Y'all can see first and goal. Just for the record, the jersey me and E are wearing, they're reversible. As you see, E is wearing the black side. This is a championship jersey, right? Yeah, It's a championship jersey. This is in me and E prime days. We got ourselves a rough touch championship back in our day, you know.
Yep.
You know, but you know, we
with none other than Chick.
Playing with Chick.
Chick was our
okay.
Yeah. We went from I say it all the time, we went from a 1-win team on a Hail Mary to changing our quarterback to Chick to winning the championship the next season. You know what I mean? So all right. We had some playoffs have started in D1.
I don't want to rush the show, but as everybody can see, I'm tight. So I got 50 minutes max with this on, okay?
He can barely fit into his jersey. His arms got too big. They're at the goddamn gym.
I got 50 minutes max.
Yeah, at the gym. Just for the record, these just actually had they were made for pads, so they you know. Yeah. But Kenny, your Gladiators did all right this weekend. They may have lost the game.
Yes, it was competitive. I mean,
but they wasn't what like it could have been worse.
I didn't expect it to be a blowout. It was competitive. I thought, well, I didn't think there were chances to win the game. We just kind of flubbed them.
There were.
Yeah. And I could only think that this team will improve.
Yes, I'll give you a brief preview. I think tomorrow I could see Gladiators winning that D1 matchup against Purple Rain. So
I like it.
I think it could definitely win. So.
All right. You know, we might be jumping forward a little bit.
Yeah, I jumped way forward.
Look, you see this?
You guys jumped way back with a jersey, so I figured I would jump
way back.
Do you see this disrespect in the chat? Look at this. Look at this disrespect.
Wasn't even born in '82.
You see what we got in here? Prime days, 1982. That's crazy. That's crazy. The real disrespect. Listen, when I recover from my injuries, I'm coming to cook you, Mike. Just you on the list now. You on the list. You've been off the list for a while, but you on the list now. Yeah. All right. Let's get into this. Where you want to go? Where y'all want to go? We're gonna start with Do you think we should start with D3 due to the fact that their playoffs isn't started yet? So let's
do that. So what does it?
D3.
Does their playoff starts next week or this week?
Their playoff starts
week, right?
might be in 2 weeks.
Is it? Next week.
Is it 2 weeks?
It might be. What are we? What's the date? What date are we on?
The 31st.
31st, yeah.
First, they have to play 8 games. Each of them are going to play 8 games. So I'd have to look at the standings. Let me make sure. I'm sorry, guys.
Wow. Okay.
But they have a larger division. That's what it is, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's 9 deep.
5-1. No, it looks like they're at 6 games. So,
wow.
So each team will play every team, right? Am I correct? So it has to be. I think there'll be a gap in between. Yeah, but it's they have to play 8 games. They're gonna play. Everybody's gonna play everybody.
Okay.
Let me see who's at. And I think some teams get to their 8th game. Yeah, some teams get to their 8th game, and then there'll be a couple teams that need to play an additional game.
Got it.
What it is.
So let's start off there.
So you know what? Let's get into the D3 division. We had 3 games in D3 this week, if I'm correct. So we'll start here. Hunters Ravens. Kenny, like I said, we listen to you this week. Listen, me and E been on vacation for 2 weeks, all right? As y'all can see, y'all ain't getting nothing till Wednesday, Thursday. We took our time off.
Yeah.
I think it's good though, because it gave folks time to both watch the games and relax some.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
And we had Fat Man out there, the Fat Man films out there. So y'all were able to get a few games seen earlier than when we put out our games. So it wasn't like nothing was seen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We still had a pod. It was just a
next pod.
Yeah. Yo, we live at the next Knicks game, bro. We got to be live.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah, we got to be live. We got to be live.
Could be the last ones. I mean,
it might be. It might be.
It will be.
I wish we were live on that first game. That would. It's my fault. Ian Sahel were like, "Yo, let's go live." And I was like,
click on that comment. That's just called doing shoulders, man. That's called doing shoulders. No
exactly. And that was an unironic comment too.
That's called doing shoulders, man. It's called shoulder day.
Yeah, you got my shoulders looking real slender and shit, like you know, like a female. I got to hit the gym, man. Some more.
Wow, man. I know.
Yeah. So, all right, we got Ravens, Hunters. The Ravens. Okay. I have a critique here because I feel like in the state that the Hunters have come from. Listen, here comes a big Bunda comment from Abdul. Let me cut him off before he gets there. But the Ravens, the state of the Hunters. I know the Hunters have improved from day one, but if we're gonna talk about the Ravens as one of the top 1, 2, let's say 1, 2, 3, because we have a couple teams, but 1, 2, 3, top 3 teams. And currently in the standings, the Hunters are on the bottom end of the standings. I feel like you have to come in and do a little bit more than this. We have 30-minute halves, so 27 points. I didn't think that was enough, but I'm gonna give a little credit to the Hunters, who they actually not that easy to just destroy. They play solid. It's the offense hasn't put it together to the point where they're flowing yet. This if the Hunters offense could have matched what the deep, this is what are we talking about today? You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying about it. I feel like the Ravens should have, if you 1, 2, 3 team, you're the top of the division. You feel like you're competing for a championship. You got to come in here and destroy the bottom half of the division.
Did you do this game?
I did do this game.
What did it feel like? The Ravens just went through the motions?
No, it was good. It was.
I'm asking, like,
defensively, I think
you're watching it back, but you were there. What did you feel like?
Defensively, I feel like as I said, if you watch the mid-game interview, Q is doing an amazing job of kind of leading this team. Not even a little, just being that veteran voice, being that star player. He's doing a little of it all. And they kind of shorten games.
Yeah.
Like you're just not letting them come out here and throw 600 passes, and you know what I mean? It's not happening. They're slowing it up, they're getting it going, but it's the offense, some drops, this game could have been much closer.
Exactly what I wrote down. The drop.
Yeah, some drops, some like things that could have, and then Q gets a pick six, and that's the points that are on the board.
That's the Hunter's points, yeah.
And you just that means that the offense didn't produce anything. And don't get me wrong, QB is newer to QBing, needs some more experience in what he's doing. But this is the Ravens who we've raved about.
Yeah.
Right?
It's crazy that we're talking bad about a team that won by.
We're not really talking.
You get what I'm saying? Like we're talking.
We rave about this team after week,
and they pretty much they pitched the shutout, like you said. They
pretty much pitched the shutout. They didn't let the offense score anything. Yeah. But when you're on the top, when you're supposed to be on the top of the mountain, right? When you're on the top of the mountain, you there's some expectations that come with it. No, so and the expectations are high for you. So pitching the shutout, 27. I need a 40. Let's be honest. I need a 40.
Doing what you got.
I am giving the Hunters credit. That's the funny part. I am giving the Hunters credit because their defense to me is sound. They just need to figure it out on a little bit more communication. Jubir, who was at the helm this time, just a little bit more decisiveness in QBing. So that's it. Kenny, go ahead. You were shaking your head with some of the stuff I said.
I agreed with a lot of it. I think the 40 piece, watching this game, I was saying to myself, like, Hunters was knocking on the door a couple of times. They had some big drops. They had a drop in the end zone, 4th down, a couple of would-be long passes incomplete. I think it was raining, started raining then when they played that game, right? Was that in the later games, which just makes it a little harder, but there was still like some of the stuff you saw in the early part of their season where people were dropping things left and right. You already called out Q. Q had a nice pick six. They had the next drive, they had a would-be interception called back for extra players. I'm not even sure. I guess technically he's there. Maybe it impacted it, but I'm not sure. Looking at the throw, I was like, would he have thrown that pick anyway, even if there wasn't a 7th player on the field?
Probably.
I think so. So I'm like, they just got a bailout here where they could have picked up the ball close for scoring area as well. But the drops killed them. I mean, they had Ravens had players that stepped up as well. Merce had a touchdown. Fabi, Steve had a long play. I think he had a touchdown too. So they have talent there, like we're talking about. Yeah. I think Ikenna and John might have had catches as well. Your guy. Yeah.
His hand.
Yes.
Give
him the layup.
So the talent is there. I mean, I think if you compare their rosters, I'm looking up and down their rosters thinking, you think the Ravens, I get why you say this is why they should put a 40 piece up, but that part is concerning. But the Hunters getting better.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not okay. So what my comment is made because of the high praise that the Ravens get. Right?
Yeah.
When you was it heavy is the head that holds the crown, and they get a very high praise regularly, right? So like I said, this team is to be competing for a championship. They're in the top 3 of things, right? In this division. I'm not saying anything that we don't know. That's what the standings say. And when we talk about the Hunters have made strides to get better. They have gotten better. They play very sound defense, but when you look at the standings, they're down at the bottom. So when you at the top of the mountain, you at the bottom of the mountain, that's where my critique comes in.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's not you pitched a shutout. It's not a knock, but you have to be. There's no. There's no. You have to be perfect all the time when you get in this praise. Not perfect, but you have to. You got to do it. You got to day in and day out, game in and game out. You got to be that team. And the Hunters are game. The Hunters are very game. They have, like I said, they made the strides. E.
Same old. Like I'm just dumbfounded at the fact where a team won by 3 scores and we're disappointed in them.
Expectations.
Oh, they did their job. They won. They did their job. They won. They
Whose
won.
expectations are we talking about?
Huh?
Whose expectations are we talking
Whose
about?
expectations are we talking about?
Expectations?
I think maybe Rob's expectations.
Not my expectations. The expectations of a team that's in the top 3 of a 9-team division.
Are they in the top 3?
Yeah. They have what? 1 loss?
Or you mean by standings?
Standings, yeah.
Okay. Not like
by
power
standings,
ranking.
by power ranking, they'll still fall in the top 3.
That's fair. Well,
It'll be them, the Caliphs, and the Spartans.
Let's do that segue. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. That's what I was waiting for.
That's all I'm saying. When you're speaking to any of those teams, they can't.
It.
There's no. I don't want to see you barely won the game. You know what I mean? Like, and this isn't a barely won, but you understand what I'm saying. By watching the game, the game could have went. It could have been a much closer game.
Agree.
Shout out to the Hunters because the Hunters offense just there's a lot of movement. There was you brought in the stars, and you switched to QB, and they've improved, but it takes time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would hope they would stay together, add some little pieces, and turn this team into what they could be. And AP, if you drop another deep bomb, AP,
Calling people out.
I gotta call them out.
That's
This
fair.
is I can recall 2.
I saw them. I just wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah.
AP, listen.
That's my guy.
AP.
What was
that?
I saw that.
What was that? I don't know.
I don't know. That wasn't me.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
My
it
hands was like that.
What was that?
Yeah, if you drop another deep bomb, but we know what you do. But they need you. That team needs you. All right. You know what? Wait. Was that right?
42-25. I think that was the score. I know they won.
Callous Hunters. What am I missing? Ravens, Hunters, Callous. Am I missing a game?
Where are my Spartans?
I know Caliphs played the Bengals.
Where are my Spartans?
Yeah, I might be missing a game. All right.
Disrespect.
I'll pull it up in a sec. So let's go. Ravens played. I'm missing 2 games. I'm missing the lights out game.
Lights out versus PTSD, right?
PTSD. I'm missing that. So where am I? Ravens, Hunters.
We
That
did
was
Ravens
right.
Hunters. Yeah.
Ravens, Hunters, right? And Caliphs played the Bengals.
They did.
Okay, so you guys discussed that. Let me get the other 2 up here really quickly.
No worries.
You got it.
Yeah. So
go ahead. You're gonna say something?
no, yeah, good.
I just want to shout out Dexter. It was him commenting on the game, right? Recording. I thought it was him. Sounds like his voice for this game.
So.
Was this one O'Neal?
Oh, it's either O'Neal or DJ. They do the most.
Whoever did it,
in-depth
they did an
commenting.
excellent job with play-by-play calling and recording. I always like to give those guys a mention when they do really well. It's always good to listen and then hear them calling out names and plays. So whichever, you shout yourselves out in the chat, whichever one of you that was. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both offenses started well. Let me see what we say here. Yeah, they both had. I think Kazi had their. The first play from scrimmage was a long completion, and they ended the drive with like a ricochet touchdown.
Ricochet,
for their first score.
Yeah.
And then what was the theme for the day is the Caliphs answered back with a number of like relatively easy completions.
Well,
and then
and my bad to cut you off, but
no
all
worries.
Jay did was, Rob, what do you always say?
Take what's given until you get what you want to take.
Even the commentator kept saying the quick throw.
Exactly.
Quick throw. He did it. He had at least 8 to 10 completions like that.
Exactly.
Right off the snap. Flying open guy. Quick. But go ahead.
And that's how that's perfect. Always chime in. That's exactly how you win games going forward with good teams. Kazi had another long, I think he had a bomb to Brian. Good stuff, Brian. Brian was catching consistently. He hasn't always done that, in fairness, but he's been doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to call that out. And then I think Jay hit Abdul for like a short throw, which turned into a long touchdown, which Bengals have to work on that. What else is there? Yeah, play calling for Caliphs was good. And just finding, like we just talked about, finding a lot of easy completions. That's the most replicable thing an offense can do when you're not relying on either deep bombs or like, oh, it's 4th down and 15. We have to get this completion. So we can throw it up to. If your offense can be consistently picking up like 11, 12-yard gains, it's going to be hard to stop you. And they have talent. I think who scored for them? Connor had a couple of touchdowns. He had a nice one-hander.
One-hand grab.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I think.
In the end zone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was a nice grab. He always plays. He always plays.
He's solid. He's solid.
Yeah. He always plays good ball.
Yeah, they do their thing. Bengals had a few long throw drops, but
the one that was just missed, I think it was to Richie that was barely over his fingertips. That would have probably, changed it.
It's true.
The momentum of the game, but
yeah, I thought both offenses did pretty well.
Well, anything helps. Sometimes you just got to get those plays.
Mm-hmm.
Just one big completion, you can turn a game.
It's true.
Are the Caliphs the best team in D3? We can talk about this game ad nauseum. Let's get to what the people want. Are the Caliphs the best team in D3?
I have to think about it. Maybe Rob can answer that one.
Are the Caliphs the best team in D3? What? Hold on. You know what? I'm sorry. What game? I'm missing the Spartans game. The Caliphs played 2 games.
That's a real question, and there's a reason why.
Let me see. They played the Elites. I think they only played 1 game.
The Spartans played the Elites. I got the Spartans Elites game. I got the Lights Out game. So is that all the games?
I think so.
It was 4, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm good. I'll have all those queued up for you. I already have the PTS. Are the Caliphs the best team?
Because before you had Ravens, so did this week change your mind on that?
Did this week change my mind that the Caliphs are the best team? Caliphs are very formidable. But hold on, I got you. I got you. I got you. Now, just bear with me here. The Caliphs would be the best team in this division if E's brother from another mother didn't put the beating on the elite.
That's why it's a real question, and that's why it's a real question.
If E's brother from another mother, if you don't know who we talk about Rob and the Spartans. I might have to jump on the ship with Rob and the Spartans, clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And when they played the Caliphs, who I think beat them early in the season,
it was like week 2, yeah.
There was a lot of a little this, and it's like your boy can't guard me, and and then they went and Spartans went and got it. They didn't win the game, but they waiting to see them boys. So right now, my list is gonna go Spartans, Caliphs, Ravens.
I agree. I like it. What's the Dr. Evil thing that he does? The hug? That's what I'm doing to you right now, Rob. That's what I'm doing to you right now.
I got you.
Okay.
Spartans, Caliphs, Ravens.
That's not a bad order. I don't know if I can disagree with that.
Ravens over Elites? Yes. Right? Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Who's on their team? I think
Ravens over the Elites. They got the right now. I'm gonna go on record. The best duo pickup of the offseason in Ali and Aziz.
I've been saying it.
Good players.
And I've always said when you pick up 2 stars, when you get the stars to place all your other players in proper positions to be successful, you become successful. And that is what has happened.
I just sent you a message, Rob. Check it out.
It helps.
So, what you said in WhatsApp?
A regular message.
So, Kenny, what do you think? Kenny, you don't play in this division, Kenny. You can say whatever you want to say.
I'm still reserving
whatever you
judgment.
want.
I'm still reserving judgment. I think I do think the Spartans are more explosive. Like their consistency in getting long plays down the field has been impressive. So I can see, like, I can't disagree with the Spartans over the Caliphs from that designation. I don't have a strong stance, but I'm not inclined to disagree with what you folks just said about that.
There's some people who going to disagree. We're going to receive some messages about what we said.
Of course.
Some chat messages. So those are fair. I'm looking at what O'Neal said. Those are fair comments. And Anthony too. So I get that one. But I think that's a matchup people want to see again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Spartans versus Caliphs. I don't know if, based on their seating now, that they would meet until like later in the playoffs, but
they're 1 and 2. So yeah.
Well, yeah, they won't meet until later unless someone falls. But
yeah, and listen, I know the Caliphs are undefeated, right? They're undefeated. Rightfully so. They've been playing ball. We ain't listen, and us saying that we got another team over another team ain't we're not saying nothing crazy. Rob and them got what? 1 loss. The loss was to you guys, and they were a fresh bunch.
Yeah.
But what have we seen since then? You know what I mean? And they
No, I'm just going over the rosters in my head. It's like, okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I get.
Listen,
the
other. I don't no disrespect in calling you guys the others, right? Because every team has others. Every team has others. The team starts with the QB, Aziz, Ali. You got Saro. Everything's been working.
I even put it this way, because Kenny, you're actually on the team with one of the guys. Did you know that Aziz was this good a receiver?
I never thought it was bad because I have never played against him. I never played with him or against him. Our paths never crossed, but he's excellent. So, I mean, I knew of his teammate, Ali. I saw them killing people as the Outlaws. So I was like, I never played against him.
He was playing QB at that time.
Yeah.
Aziz was QB on that team?
Aziz was the QB.
So that's why I couldn't remember. It's like, I don't remember playing against him at any point, but okay. Interesting. Well, he's a good player. He makes plays. So adding those two, both of them to a team is going to make any team better.
So Rob, you changed your stance on 2 things, because you said you didn't have Spartans number 1, and you also didn't have them as the number 1 free agent tandem. You gave that to Marv and Alfiz. So you switching stance on that too?
Yes, I am.
I respect
decisive.
It.
Yes,
I respect it.
Yes, I am. And no knock on Marv and them. They're playing marvelous. You see how I did that? They're playing marvelous football.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching Ali and Aziz compete for who's going to score 2 or 3 touchdowns a game every game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a friendly competition between the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the team play either. Because, sometimes things like that, when you're trying to get yours, can hinder the team as a whole. No, it's not. It's nothing against the team. It's just they're pushing each other, and it's working. They're like 1 week is 3 for Ali, 1 week is 3 for Aziz, and he goes, "Yeah, I have more touchdowns."
Good on the team for not having the
everybody else
in terms of like, we were your guys, Rob, and now you got 2 new toys.
Yeah, but those guys are happy too because they eating also. Everybody eats.
Yeah.
It's a cafeteria over there. They go up on the line. Everybody got their tray. Maybe Ali and Aziz, they get to go back for seconds once or twice. But everybody eats.
Everybody get a plate.
Everybody eats. The cafeteria over there, and that is for a team to be successful and have nobody feeling any type of way, everybody got to touch the ball. Everybody gotta feel involved, and it's happening there. So,
do you know for sure that people are okay with decreased targets?
I haven't seen it. Is it decreased targets? Robbing them are scoring on one play touchdowns 2-3 times a game. It's not decreased targets. He only threw the ball once. You know what I'm saying?
So
just because you don't see any outbursts doesn't mean there's some.
Their group chat is probably crazy, but they're not showing it on Saturdays.
They're not showing it on Saturdays. They're keeping that under wraps. But you know, so
what I think is that everybody listened to you this praise for Ali and Aziz, all the rest of you D3 teams and people take this personally.
Oh,
show them something.
They
should be talking about you, not them.
Scallops definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm personally. You guys have no idea what messages me and Ego getting. I'm surprised we got the messages already. Yeah, but listen, we standing on it right now, and we're not saying this can't change. I'm not saying it just if E go out there and we watch some games and we see something different, we're like, maybe, you know,
it's fluid. It's fluid.
So it's not just. It's we're watching it develop. You know what I mean? So right now, Spartans have been the most impressive right now. One play touchdowns.
That part, yes, more explosive than other teams.
They're doing it easier. They're doing it easier now. Let's we're gonna get a Caliph. They do. They're doing their thing too. They're doing their thing too.
They're only undefeated.
They're only undefeated.
They're only undefeated doing their thing. They only have 0 losses.
Yeah. It's here. It's like, yo, maybe preference. You know what I mean? Maybe preference. Maybe I picked the Spartans because AZ on the Callus, he may drag him down a little bit.
That could be it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Oh, Abdul over there too. I might get.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, the duo.
Like the alliteration.
That's actually funny. That's actually funny. I'll go
on. But this division's gonna when we get to the playoffs, this division's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be something. So I'm looking forward to what everything shakes out to be.
Agree.
As long as Caliphs will, if things continue to go the way they're going, Caliphs will probably end 1, and I would think Spartans would end 2.
Mm-hmm.
And did the Spartans beat the Ravens?
They beat the Ravens.
So yeah, so it would be Spartans would end 2, Ravens end 3. So it's that's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3 those guys, and then I would assume elites.
Take it personally, guys. Take it personally.
No, you ain't gotta take it personally. I'm just
no, you said it.
What's out here? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's the current standing.
Well, you got Chick out here telling people he's going to shock the world in the playoffs.
They could.
That's what he said.
They could. I'm not. This is what makes a division have parity. Would you, okay? You know what? Let us get to these games, and then I'll come back to.
What was the question?
I'll come back to this. Hold on. We have to talk about their game, and I have to critique what I've seen in their game for us to get back. And not for nothing. Lights Out might have figured some shit out. We haven't even mentioned them yet. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4 with the elites and elites, Ravens, Spartans, Caliphs, and then we haven't mentioned Lights Out yet, who struggled heavily to come into this season. And this week here, they look like they adjusted to what they have. Because that's basically what it is. You don't have what you had. You got to adjust, and they may have figured it out. So, let's go to this Spartans Elites game. 47-32. I'll let you guys go. I've been rambling.
I watched this. Yeah, I did watch this game. Okay. I thought QB play from both of them. Rob and Hash was excellent. A lot of good throws from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
There was a drop late. I forgot who it was in the first half that should have been caught. That would have been a touchdown for the elites, but sure that contributed to the final score. Aziz, Jeremy Ali, they all racked up catches for that squad. I wish there was another guy, glasses. I don't know his name. Yeah, he had a touchdown. I think I saw that one.
Slick Rick.
Maybe because he looks blind. Is that why?
No,
I don't know where the reference comes from, but
that's his name on the back of his jersey. His
It's
name
either
is
Ricky or
on the back
Sorrow.
of his
okay,
jersey.
maybe it does. Maybe it does. Yeah, that's fair. That's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Oh yes, Rick wears the shades.
Rick,
Okay.
and it has Slick on the back of his jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see his jersey, but
Mhm.
that was him. He did score there.
Yeah, he plays their giver, and like I said, all those guys are getting involved. Everybody was involved in this game. That's what you watched, right? Everybody had the touches. Everybody on the team might have scored or had an extra point and or a touchdown or something. So, Connor's on this team.
He is.
Come on, guys.
I thought he was on the Caliphs.
No, he's on the.
Spartans.
He's on League Pass.
League Pass. He's on.
In
Okay,
B2.
okay, yeah. You know they have a lot of guys that run.
Rob did some GMing.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Let's get a man some credit there. We just spoke about Connor in a one-handed catch over there and how good of a player he is, and then you even forget that Connor is on this team.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, wearing red.
Hold on, Connor. The one-hand catch was from Sam, but it wasn't from Jay.
It wasn't from this game. It was on. It was in the league pass game.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying we're mentioning.
That's right. Wrong game.
So-
but I remember watching his one hand catch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Come
this
up
team
and-
is very formidable.
Mm-hmm.
And the Elites had their guys. Some of their guys before him, like Cyan, Baba Alfis, guy with the hat. I can't remember his name. He had some catches too. They were just getting gashed on defense.
Nar?
Say again?
Nar.
Was it? I don't think it was a bar.
Nar.
Okay, Nar. Okay, yeah. I was like, I know a bar.
Former sleeper.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But they were just getting gashed on defense. That was the problem. You give a 47 points, is usually the case. They both had interceptions early. Was there a pick six in this game? It wasn't this game. It was a different game. There was a pick six. But
No, I think Marv had a pick in this game. No, is it this game?
that was in the lights out game. He had a pick.
Oh.
Oh no, never mind. I'm thinking Mod. Mod had a pick six with
In
Cage
the
in that
yeah,
game.
in the
Okay. Yeah, he did have a, but
You know who we sound like? We sound like guys that took a week off.
yeah. Well, listen.
We sound like guys that
That's
took a
why
week
we lean. That's why we
I'm
lean. That's
doing
why we got to
more,
lean on
like,
each other. tonight.
I'm trying to do more projecting forward, asking straightforward questions because these games
All right.
blur.
As Kenny said, there was some big blown coverage plays where Ali scored on a play here where Marv and Saeem basically both darted down to the same guy, and Ali was on an out and up, and when he turns up, nothing. Then Anas misses the flag, touchdown.
Second half, yeah, they start the half. They got that play.
Yeah, so I do expect the elites to clean up all that kind of stuff, and we're talking about, like I said, we have the Spartans in the top of the division, so it's not like you're playing a slouch team. You know what I mean? So elites are they'll be fine. They're not the team we're not worried about the elites. They'll clean up all that stuff. Accidentally hit him. Explain. What is Tyler talking about? Yeah. But other than that,
sorry, is that a penalty if you're running the rough accidentally?
If you run into
these refs,
accidentally? No, right?
Do you really want to run into these refs?
I wouldn't run into me. You might hurt yourself. I wouldn't run into E. You got to duck E. You got to dive or something. Make sure you don't hit him. Yeah.
Alfie did catch me good though. You feel me? That's what
that's
That's funny. I saw that.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I think we rambled about the Spartans enough.
It's not rambling. It's just speaking the truth, man.
Mm-hmm. No,
It's
it's
not
fair.
rambling.
Did this game happen or this is a previous game?
That's a previous game. I
Yeah.
don't remember seeing that game. Yeah,
All right, so I'm gonna get rid of that.
you didn't do PT. Yeah,
There we
wiped
go.
out PTSD.
I think I got them all here now. So, shout out to B
Yeah.
at
yeah,
home.
huge. Oof.
At home,
Yeah.
getting recovering after his surgery. He's in good spirits. PT started his physical therapy already. Stuff like that. So wishing him a speedy recovery. Our prayers are with him. Whole league, I would assume the whole league's prayers are with him. We wish him the best. And I'm not gonna say
he's trying to return to the field to watch before the season is over. He's not making any promises, but that's his goal. That's what he's pushing towards.
Yes, he said he doesn't think he'll make it this week because he was trying to come this week.
Yeah.
So
that's what the season is
basically
over.
rest. Listen, bro. Football league will be here.
Yeah.
Rest up. The important thing is you get healthy. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Myself, I've dealt with long absences for medical reasons, and one of the useful things is unsolicited advice. Is just thinking about usually it's for like the first few days, it can be depressing. It's like, oh man, I don't even know when I'll be able to play again. One thing you can do is, it does help you appreciate things you enjoy in playing, but maybe start making a list of things like, all right, this in my life doesn't matter as much. These people don't matter as much. Let me stop wasting time on this. Let me put more time into that. That's one way that these kind of things can be useful, just like for remembering, all right, like what actually matters. And what am I just kind of doing because I feel like I'm obligated to do? But that kind of thinking can help. That's just me offering some
message.
Yeah.
You just have to get over the why me first, because that's the main thing. Like, why?
Yeah.
And we're talking about the football.
Mm-hmm.
We all have lives outside of this, so that was affecting us. Things like that. So.
It's true.
Yeah.
I am contemplating my retirement of never actually playing again. I am. You've
been looking that way for a while, so
no, but you know what it is.
Make it official. So.
Most
you announcing something right here?
No, most times my injuries, I feel like I'll get back, but I sprained my MCL, and this has been the roughest. This is probably by far the worst thing I've dealt with.
When did you sprain your MCL?
Maybe a month ago.
That's retired for 3 years.
Huh?
Look at what Ant said. Same thing I'm saying.
Retired for 3 years.
Hey, listen, I've been playing on Sundays, man. I've been out.
You're on a team on Sundays playing. I don't know.
Do I need to pull up a video?
You're on a team on Sundays.
Do I need to pull? Have y'all seen my Instagram? Check my not the last post, the post before that. He's in that video. He's in the video getting cooked. Him and Carlos.
I couldn't reach the flag. My finger was hurt. I had this whole hand wrapped up.
Him and Carlos.
I
remember. Boom! You remember that, right? That was me. I don't hear none of that. Is it in black?
Wow. Wow.
You know what? You just as old as me. You just as old as me over here getting at me. Anyway.
Y'all both old.
We're all old.
Y'all are both old.
There is nobody on this panel here young, and everybody talking in the chat old. All right, let's move on. So now I can give my critiques about this game here. I didn't particularly like how Chick played in this game. I have a saying that I say.
I agree.
Take what's given. So now this is what I ref this game. I've watched this game back.
Mm-hmm.
There are things open. Sometimes you just have to take that thing. I know there's a play drawn up where something's supposed to develop. You can't always wait for the development. If you see something else, take it there. You work on the development when you need it.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I know it's say it's a short, middle, deep play, and this guy you're waiting for the safety to go. if a guy over the middle gets wide open before all that happens, throw it to the guy over the middle that's wide open. Just take it. You can't wait. It just feels like he's holding the ball too much in this game. Holding the ball. Pump.
You sound frustrated.
You
sound frustrated watching it.
Sometimes I am, because and then what happens is when you do wait for that to open up, it may open up, right? But because you're constantly doing it, if it's dropped or it doesn't connect how it's supposed to connect, it's so deflating to the whole offense.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like you waited for that and it didn't work. Now you behind 2 downs because of it. Now what happens? Now you gotta wait for something deeper to develop. So now you're forced into wait for you're waiting for the development, and then they're forced to wait for the development because you done lost 2 downs when you could have took the 2 before and been in a better position.
This is their fourth thing. When do we get past the baby steps and time to start winning games? When do we reach that point?
That's a really good question.
When do we reach that point?
Yeah.
This is game 4 now that he was their quarterback. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? I'll do it in front of the camera one more time. This. What are you seeing from this team?
Wait, dude, I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
With him at they're 0-4.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing this team going like this, staying like this, or like this since he's taken over?
Okay, so I'll let Kenny, you answer first.
I think they're improved based on what I saw in week 1 when they had a different quarterback.
Well, they won week 1, week 2.
Was it week 2? Okay,
week one. They
I know it was in the rain. So
week 1 they played the Hunters.
That was week 2.
Pre-Q AP Hunters.
Okay. I think they're improved because they've been losing, but their losses have been close. Although this score is kind of obscured. The game wasn't this close. They scored late twice to kind of close the gap. I think they've improved. I think they still got a ways to go in terms of being viable. I mean, what place are they in? Are they in like 8th or 9th? They can't be last.
They're tied for
last, right?
I think
they have 1 win, right?
So it's the same record for the bottom 3 teams.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so that means they're gonna be drawing one of the top teams in the playoffs. I mean, I can't.
And they would have to win the play-in, right?
Oh,
yes.
That's a good. That's a good question. So, what is the format for D3 playoffs?
I think there's a play-in, and then they play the same day to play the 1.
Play the 1.
Okay, if they're in the play, yeah, they gotta get.
Regardless, you're gonna play the 1.
Okay, they gotta improve, but I think they're better than where they started in week 2. I would say that, but they're not.
This rapid fire, yes, no, top of your head. Are PTSD better than the Hunters? They're thinking too much.
I know. It's like because I'm imagining their rosters and their
rapid fire.
Who would I pick to win?
Are they better than the Hunters?
I take PTSD right now. The reason I have my reasoning.
More.
Are they better than the Thunder?
One.
Are they better than the Thunder?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, no.
No.
Are they better? Well, lights out to beat them.
I wouldn't take them over lights out either.
Okay. So, what are we saying? So, when do we stop the moral victories and Chick has to start winning games?
Okay, so this is
because
when you
out there that whenever it's playoff time, they're going to upset somebody. Do you guys believe that? Do you believe it?
No.
As of what we've seen right now, no. This is what I'm saying. With the question you asked, okay, so after the Chick change, I seen this.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that he's in there, it's been this, and it's more of a tactical standpoint. It's not they have Mo who's been catching the ball. Adil has been catching the ball.
Had a lot of catches this game.
There's a black guy on the team. I can't think of his name now. I'm sorry. He has some drops that are big plays where Chick dots him, and then they'll make a catch where Chick doesn't dot him, and he'll dive for one.
That Ann is talking about? I don't.
Yes, that I think so.
Okay.
But overall, I just really think, as Mike just said in there, he's holding on to the ball, holds it too long. You gotta sometimes, and this, yes, plays develop, but every play can't be a developing play.
Yeah.
Every play can't be a developing play where you got to pump 2-3 times.
Exactly. Just got to keep the offense moving down the field.
I think sometimes he gets so caught up with making it spectacular, man.
The play. Stop trying.
You know what it is? Like, we still got it. Like, we still got the team. I think he get caught up in that a little bit. Kazi a little bit too. You know, just try to show like you could throw the length of the field. That's beautiful.
I did see in the Bengals game, there was a couple of times you could hear the receivers yelling at him to throw the ball.
Dump it down. Yeah. But it's the and that's where the saying was made. It was I think it was about the Kazi's team. So you gotta you can't wait for every play, can't be developing. Sometimes it's just get it to a guy and let him work a little bit. Kick it to the outside. It's open. You stand up there and you look at the defense lineup. This guy's a little far back. You're right there. Boom. Let's take that.
Take the risk. Yeah.
Quick. Let's go. Like let's get it. Yeah, let's get it rolling. And that's the critique. I think that's it. There's nothing more for me to say about PTSD.
So let's talk about the winners. Let's talk about
lights out.
We've been killing lights out. Flowers. Go ahead, Rob. You did the game. Flowers.
Yes. Like I said, shout out to Mod. He had a hell of a game this game and talked the entire game. I'm gonna show you something special, Rob. I'm gonna show you something special. Today I told you, pick. I told you, Rob, touchdown. I told you, Rob, extra point. I told you that's what was happening. At the beginning of the season, when we first seen Lights Out, we seen Lights Out play against the Spartans, and we were like, they're just outsized. Mod isn't a short guy. Well, everybody's taller than me, but he's a taller guy on that team. Forgot the other guy name with the glasses. He actually been involved this game, which he had trouble getting involved in the offense because I think Rowe had his familiarity with his players and didn't deviate from that. But this game here looked like they ran some other things.
Yeah.
And got some other people the ball. Like he shout out to Rowe for adjusting to what the team needed to do. It took a week, took a beating or two, and now they looked good this week. And PTSD is a game team, and this is like, I know the record may say they're at the bottom, but this isn't just a team you come out, especially with the way Lights Out was playing, that you couldn't call this that they're gonna come out here and take care of business. You know what I mean? So Lights Out, adjust.
I like seeing, sorry to cut you off. I like seeing Rowitt run the ball when it's there. I think they should do more of that instead of just hold it and incomplete or bad throw. Like if you beat the rusher, just take off. You can say that for a few teams actually this week. Take off.
Just run, man. Be decisive in your decision making. That's all it is. And they looked good this week. KJ looked really good. Just a good like all right. We're not
good more
like, I think this was a breath of fresh air for them.
They needed that win.
Yeah.
They needed it because it could have definitely been we could have been taking the horse out to the pasture. If they lose this game, you walk the horse out to the pasture.
No chance of going on a run.
Yeah. But now you're like, okay, they may have figured something out. We'll need to see it again next week, of course, to have a more decisive look on what they are.
Or is PTSD the remedy?
Oh no!
I'm asking questions to the people. I'm asking questions. I'm not saying it. I'm asking questions.
They're like one of those stepping stone fights as a boxer. They set you up with someone they know you can beat, just you can mess up some of your errors.
What 6-game losing streak? So you got to talk about it, right? That's why we have to talk about it.
But it's not like Lights Out was on a winning streak.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's
two teams that were both one figuring it out and struggling, one just struggling, and somebody and one of them came out on top. But the one that came out on top looked like they played different.
They played well. I think we're gonna give them credit. We don't want to just knock them for beating PTSD. They played well in this game.
Oh,
So
for sure.
Absolutely.
yeah.
He started trouble, man.
Remedy.
It's a good question, though. It's a good question.
I'm asking questions.
So I think we covered all the games, right? Ravens, Hunters.
All the D3, yeah. Their name could become very ironic if teams had to play you and they feel better
very rapid too. I want an hour to talk about D3. Very rapid.
Golly, and we're not even through D3, but the other divisions are smaller anyway.
Yeah.
D3 always takes a lot of the the biggest division. So these are the current D3 standings. 6-0 Spartans in the order we say. Thunder Hunters and PTSD are down at the bottom.
58 points allowed in 6 games.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Yeah, that's
it's impressive.
Yeah, definitely is. So shout out to the Cowboys, man. Wow. I know we give you we ain't getting y'all in that number one spot. I know y'all take that as motivation. It was allowed.
That's 58 points allowed. Right? I don't know. I'm still riding my brother from another mother, but that's impressive though.
It is. We might have to rethink that. When I realized they wasn't getting up, I didn't realize they wasn't getting up no points.
Place like that,
yeah. Calif Spartans, man. Calif Spartans, Ravens. Defense wins chips. Absolutely,
true.
Absolutely. Now, let's move on to the upcoming games this week. We have Listen, I could barely see that.
I got you. Hunters lights out. Kenny.
Oh, okay. I was gonna read the next one, but yeah.
Kenny was doing it. Kenny was doing it like back in school.
Oh yeah.
Lights out.
Reading from the textbook. Give me lights out on that one. I think lights out finds a way to win another one in a row.
Ravens Califs. Rob, that's your game. Kenny,
this is the game that's gonna tell us who the Ravens are.
Califs.
PTSD and Thunder.
You just trust Cal. Although you can argue that Ravens have better surrounding talent, but I just trust the Callis more to win. And
Callis have talent.
Callis
have talent also.
Yeah.
PTSD Thunder.
Thunder. I think the QB combination, Dre and Andy, will get it done with some of their talent. They've been together. They have Curtis at Russia too, which is big, and a lot of other good talent in their team. The Thunder has. I just trust the Thunder to win more than PTSD. Yeah.
Callis Elites, as the Callis play 2 games.
I think Callis win that one too.
So they win both games.
Yeah, they may win both.
Spartans Bengals.
I mean, I had to think about it first before I answered without thinking. I'll take the Spartans there. The Bengals have some talent, but I think the Spartans are just showing that these guys are throwing up and down the field. 13.5.
Which game are we talking about? They played 2 games. The Ravens one or Elites game? 13.5.
9:27. So I'm gonna assume he was talking about the second one. Ravens, Califs.
Any game.
All right. All right, let's move on. Somehow we said we'd be on here for an hour and we spend an hour on D3. Exactly an hour on D3.
It's a lot of games. A lot of games. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to D2. Who will be starting their playoffs this week?
So that's what I want. We can recap games, but we're not looking backwards. Let's project forward now, okay? That's what I really
want. Let's run through the clips.
About a lack of remembering the games, even though it is partly that, but
yeah.
start off with that good the Gladiators one.
Yeah.
Because it was a game that didn't affect the standings. Big win, as you saw if you watched the video. The best thing probably about this game was
I was glad you guys kept that in.
Passion Umair on the
Yes,
Yeah.
I was so happy you kept that
I
in.
looked at it and I was like, I'm not cutting this out this video. And the cameraman
I told him
recorded it.
because I was reffing that game. I said, "Chick, get all of that." I told him
He recorded
Chick,
it.
get all
Then
of
he went back, got one play,
yeah,
and then kept talking because there was a touchdown scored in between that
got the
conversation.
extra point. I said, make sure you get all of that.
Please, that's exactly what people want to watch. That kind of interaction.
Mhm.
That's it. That's what it's
Exactly.
about.
Kenny, you got it. You were in this game, so go ahead.
Yeah, Anas played for the most part. Hash took himself out. He knows why he took himself out, but I mean, they're still viable with either one of them at QB. Curtis, he really stood up like the real Slim Shady in that one. Like this guy was balling. He had a from the rushing position. He had one play where he actually knocked the ball away on a would-be touchdown. I was like, oh, they're probably gonna score.
Goat giver.
The goat giver.
You did say that. You've said that for a long time.
He's the goat, bro.
That was key. I mean, just having a rusher who's actually having any impact in the coverage game is just a huge bonus. So this guy has been killing people. I mean, he's doing his job
and it doesn't matter who.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He makes their day difficult, no matter what the QB does.
Exactly. And just defensively, we just had a really good game against them. They were having trouble moving the ball.
Well, the Gladiators always pack the defense, man.
Yeah, we found a way to score some. I think we still need to score more. But it was a good battle against them. We're going to play them. Yeah.
And it's the way that I saw it again. And it's not in a disrespectful way or anything like that. It felt like the Gladiators took the game more serious. You speak your mind.
Yeah,
no. Because I mean, the elites felt like they were trying, like Hash pulling himself out, and Nas throwing stuff like and experimenting with quarterbacks and stuff. And they were vocal on the sideline how we locked into one. This game doesn't matter whether they meant it or not.
Yeah, easy to say that when you're losing the game.
That was the whole debate. That was the point of the debate because it was Hash saying that this game means more to the Gladiators than it does to us.
That's true. I mean,
that was the point of the argument.
Exactly. Yeah, that was something. I mean, in the last matchup, it was a close game too. They just pulled that one out. But there was some. That's not a crazy statement for them to say. It's not. Don't get hurt. I think Hash had his reasons for pulling himself out, but I mean, we're on the same side of the bracket, so we may see them again.
Yeah. And when I spoke to Umair at halftime, he said the game was important for you guys, and that you guys had some things you needed to work on. So it was good to get reps, and I maybe unrightfully so kept calling. And what I meant by glorified scrimmage was the fact that a loss didn't affect either team. So it was always good to get the reps out there, live bullets and all that. So
realize
that's
that.
what the game was. Yeah, that's what the game was.
I'm gonna say this, man.
I know it's a direct shot against their team. But
what was that in reference to? Something I said?
Because they gotta play each other.
We're gonna play.
So we may play them. Nehemiah. They're like,
one day we got to get O'Neal on the pod, man.
He wasn't available right now. I did. I reached. We'll definitely get him. I'm gonna say this. I don't think anybody comes out with intent to give up a game here. So that didn't matter. No. You're not gonna sit here and talk shit to me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think anybody intends to get. I hear you. Oh, it doesn't matter to us. But if as they said, they were down 14 early, then it's like, you know what it's like? It's like in the NBA when you're in the playoffs and you won 2 at home, and now the team comes out and slaps you in the first or second quarter, and you're like, all right, we gotta bench the starters. You didn't come out to lose the game. They punched you in the mouth and you conceded, right? That's it. Like, I don't think anybody, because especially with a bunch of guys that know each other, you don't want to hear nobody.
No, for sure.
So, yeah.
No, and it's not to take away the Gladiator. I'm talking about the approaches felt different. Just being out there.
Absolutely, you're gonna elites know that. Okay, game isn't going to change where we stand. But
That's
in
not.
by we're not. I don't want us to sit here and think that it was like, all right, let's just let them have it.
No,
No.
not the lay down. But I'm just saying. I'm already saying too much. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get it. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, ourselves, like, we already knew, like, where our standings weren't going to be affected either. It was just good mentally. to
Yeah,
win.
like let's get this
So-
W.
Yeah.
Well, no, your standards could have been affected.
How?
You sure?
I don't
Yes,
think-
I think
because
they were locked in.
no, unless did the All Stars game play already?
they played against.
They played before you guys.
Oh, actually, I don't know if they played before.
They could have dropped another spot.
I don't think so.
You
I think we're ahead
you
of
came
both
to this
um,
game and it's
Ball Up and All-Stars.
100%. Elites couldn't move, but if
Yeah.
you guys would have lost the game and somebody would have won, they could have jumped
Oh,
because they're
No, I'm
tiebreaker.
saying like we would have been on the same. We would have played in the same part of the bracket, whether we were 4 and 5. We're going to play whoever.
Oh,
won
okay,
their
gotcha.
games. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you
Yeah.
mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you could have moved in position. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Gotcha. Elites were down. Yeah.
All right,
so,
so just real quick. So now, and without saying too much, playoffs do start tomorrow. So
Holy
what is
shit.
what is
Hold
your
on,
team's
guys.
mindset?
I gotta get my charger. Hold on one second.
No worries. Win. WIN.
Uh.
All cost. I mean, I'm going to be.
Take us into the group chat without taking us into the group chat, man. Give us something. Something for the
I don't think anything new has been discussed in the group chat. It's more about like, all right, is everyone showing up? What do we need to change? Understanding like they are whoever we're playing, that happens to be ball up top. So like, all right, what are you gonna do against them? And we haven't really discussed anything specific.
Mhm.
Just people got to play well. I mean, my own mentality is different. Playoffs, like a lot of regular season, I'm taking myself out of plays. I'm like, what's the term du jour? Load management. I do a lot of that in the regular season where I'm like, I'm kind of like watching, especially if it's a game that doesn't necessarily matter. I'm like, I'm just watching. I'm not necessarily playing because I'm like, all right, I've got to play several more games in the next 24 hours. This is behind the Kenny curtain. So I'm like, when the playoffs, I'm like, I'm full go. I'm like, and I've said this before, I don't always do it. I have to be more selfish. Like there's times where I know like if I'm not demanding the ball, it's hurting the offense. Or if I'm like, yo, like give me the ball, don't give this guy the ball, give me the ball. Or like I'm just gonna take over here and like I'll go guard this person. You guys do whatever over there. That's some of my mentality in the playoffs. It's like I'm trying to win. Like what is it gonna take to win now? And they're a formidable team, ball up top with the addition of new QB. They've got good players in their team, so they're like, it wasn't a surprise that they beat the All Stars, and they can beat anybody. They're a good team.
Heard the top of I hope the top of the division heard that they can beat anybody.
I'm talking about ball up top. They can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Yes, like there's no one. I mean, they're gonna have to beat us to do anything else, but it's not gonna happen. But otherwise, if we weren't playing them, they can beat everybody, which means us. We're anybody, part of that. I don't think that's going to happen, but
Interesting. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So now let's ball up top. Took care of business with the All Stars. A lot of big plays in this game.
Who are the All Stars, man? That's the question. Like these are quite that we could talk about these games. We got it, but let's project for who are the All Stars, man. This team started off hot. What was it? 3-0, 4-0. What are they on now? A three-game losing streak, 4-game losing streak.
Exactly. That's what I wrote that down. It's like this is the fourth game that All Stars have lost in a row. Problematic. And you can I know why they're losing. I don't like this. It's because the defense is mostly like they're getting shredded every game. Like I don't remember last time when they were holding people under like 25 points in the last 4 games. They've been giving up TDs. Why? I don't know if that's like, and then you see this a lot of defenses. Their defenses are too permissive in the sense that people are playing short are like 12 yards off the line of scrimmage, which I absolutely hate. Like if you're playing short, well, we've talked about this in episodes in the past, like how my own philosophy is on like playing defense. Like I personally hate watching short defenders play too far back because they're afraid of like getting beat. Or like you can, I hate that. Just the same, like with safety. I hate it with safeties too, actually. I play very risky safety at time, or I wouldn't necessarily recommend people do it, but
Mhm.
Are you actually an effective safety if you're 30 yards off the ball? Like, just because you stand somewhere doesn't make you a safety. Just like putting on like a Mets hat doesn't make you a shortstop. I mean, are you actually effective at this position? You're
You
just kidding.
you could have said
That's
you could have said the socks like he got on. Like,
Listen,
yeah, of course, yeah.
It's like that's not just all stars per se, but this is me riffing on like why teams give up plays after plays because there's too much space. I mean, you only have 6 people on the field, so there's going to be space, but like, what kind of space are we giving? How are we getting past them? Like, how are we going to stop people? And the All Stars have just been getting shredded each way. I don't know if that's because their team people aren't knowing what they're supposed to do, or they're just not. They know what to do, but they just can't do it. It's problematic, and they got to figure it out because they're going against the Goodfellas tomorrow. That's a good matchup. Goodfellas has a lot of talent, so if they don't figure it out, it's going to be.
So both of you got. Well, I won't say you can because you might have to play the All Stars. Rob, you play the All Stars tomorrow. We beat the All Stars if we take away what?
Right now, they haven't been showing anything.
Just flat out beat them.
So yeah, well, they haven't been showing anything. We rave about Sheep and his efficiency, but as Kenny said, if you're not stopping anybody, and then you're gonna end up in bad positions and stuff like that, they haven't showed anything. They looked. I don't want to give an excuse, not an excuse, but they look out of it, like they've given up, sort of.
Ooh. That's a tough thing to say. That's a tough thing to say.
Maybe they're. Well, I can't say they're going through the motions, but I don't know. There's a certain.
They're saving it for playoffs.
For it.
You can't just turn it on.
That's just dangerous though when you say playoffs.
Especially in this division, you can't just turn it on.
Yeah,
You
no.
can't just turn it on.
The teams are too good.
Yeah.
The teams are too good. Cheap, big Simon.
Simon, are you talking about Simon or are you talking about Fabi?
Yeah.
Could be Simon.
Fabi. Yeah.
I think you're talking about Simon, but yeah.
Yeah, they gotta. I feel like they gotta play with some more urgency.
Mm-hmm.
So is like it feels blah.
Yeah. Great word. Great word.
Blah.
Blah.
Yeah. It's just yeah.
They need to play with some more urgency. I know like Nick is one of their better defenders, and he went away on vacation. And you know what happens when you go away on vacation and you come back, you're not the same person. You're not the same person.
Gone fishing.
Yeah. So I've went away for I've played great basketball, went away for a Christmas and came back a bum. And I'm not calling Nick a bum, but that's you just gain weight, you get lax, stuff like that. It's just, you got to work back. And is there enough time to work back in this division? Probably not. And like I said, they just seem blah. Like it's just like very vanilla. Very vanilla right now. They need urgency. They need to come out with a chip on their shoulder, looking to that's it. And we've seen them win. They're capable. It's can they channel the energy to do it? So
who's that guy?
Who's that guy? They got to do it as a team, and they've done it as a team. They've done it as a team. I mean
to bring the
bring the energy,
the fire. Who's that guy?
I don't know.
This team hasn't been the same since the sheep rant. The call 9 call. This team hasn't been the same since the sheep rant.
Oh, okay. Against the Gladiators. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's the sheep rant. This team hasn't
they've been on a downslide since that.
Yeah. But let's talk about the winners. Ball up top.
clicking on all cylinders, man.
Yeah.
Some of these plays look like pitch and catch. It looked like they're in the backyard just throwing at each other.
Yeah.
Ned is making the impact for the talent of player he is now. And I can't say that I've always felt that he was making the impact needed, but now he is doing that game in and game out with this team. He is making the guys around him look better.
Although, in fairness, some of those guys are pretty good too. But yes,
They are.
I don't want to. Like,
absolutely.
You don't want to make it just like a Ned.
But Ned is the best player.
Yeah,
the best offensive weapon they have.
We'll be seeing Kenny versus Ned tomorrow, 1-on-1. That's what the people want to know.
Maybe.
That's what the people want to know. I don't want to maybe.
I mean,
well, you
whatever
be
it takes
lined up with Ned 1-on-1 tomorrow at any point in the game.
It could happen. Whatever it takes. I will do whatever necessary to win. Mostly because I trust myself more than I trust other people. So I'm like, if I have to.
Wow, so your team under the bus. Huh? Yeah.
No, that's not necessarily my team per se. That's in general. When I'm playing on a team, I trust myself, especially like for certain things. If I'm like punter or kicker, no, last person. But as someone like either throw the ball and get yards or cover somebody, I trust myself more than other people.
You want to guard the best guy.
Whatever works. If me guarding the best guy is
you want to guard the best guy. Say it right here.
Yeah.
Say it right. Say it, Kenny.
I want to do whatever it takes to help my team win.
You trying to put Kenny in
No, I mean, I'm not afraid to cover anybody. I'm just giving an honest statement of like, if me covering the best guy is the best move, yes. If me covering someone else
is the best move,
and like rolling coverage somewhere else, yes. Whatever it takes. Like
Kenny just wants to get it done.
I want to get it done.
So let me ask Rob. Rob, Kenny's not here. We're just breaking down the game. You're gladiators. How do you stop ball up top? Who's giver? We're not coaching. It's just me and you talking. Nobody else is watching.
Who's giver?
Yeah. That's a key to their offense, Shane extending plays, which we've seen time in and time out. So
you're gonna you
have Curtis.
You got Curtis, yeah.
They got Kurt.
They have Curtis.
We the GOAT.
Yeah.
Who's gonna slow whoever's there down.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have the giver that's gonna prevent a lot of the extension or at least make it difficult when those plays are extending. Then you have Ned
who's gonna take out Ned. So
you have Ned with the super speed. You got Ned with the super speed. You hear what he said, Kenny? He said you locking up Ned.
Kenny, who said he's gonna lock up Ned. So talk to me.
I just said I'm gonna be. Oh, I'm not here. Technically,
he's trying to start trouble. So now you have Ned, who is capable of, with the speed he has, an ability to take the top off of the defense, right? So you're gonna need to be able to account for him. The safety's gonna have to play safety with Ned out there, especially with Shane's ability to throw that deep ball. Right. So now, but time is of the essence because you got Kurt who's going to be breathing down his neck. Right. So you're gonna have to be able to roll the coverage to where Ned's going. As in, you might not. It may have to show one way, but the help where the coverage is coming from is going to have to come from elsewhere. If that makes any sense to you guys. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how do you do that? I have no idea because he's fast, man. When he gets running down there, he's fast. So your giver's gonna have to make it difficult for Shane to be pinpoint accurate, which can make a disconnect when delivering the ball that far downfield. And I have the right giver for that.
He's excellent.
So I can't.
I should give the origin story of how that's actually a good segue. So how I started wearing double mouthpieces. I didn't even wear mouthpieces for like post college playing football until like when 2013. I went to play an alumni football game in my college, and I emerged fine after a good game. But I went to go play basketball at one of the gyms after that, and I got elbowed by one of my teammates in the mouth. So I had like my bottom 4 teeth knocked out. They didn't go all the way out, so I had to spend the rest of the weekend like, ugh, I can't even eat anything solid. I ate just ice cream until I could take a flight back from Ithaca. So that led me wearing first the top, which is usually the standard, the top mouth guard. And then 2 years later, I was playing in a practice for one of my teams, and I was jamming a guy at the line, and I like completely like, he lost his balance. We were playing in the snow, but he lost his balance as he's running route, or he's trying to get out of his route. And then he like, as he recovers, his head shoots up into my chin, and it knocks those same 4 teeth loose again. Like, gosh, I could feel my mouth bleeding. So that's when I got the second mouthpiece. I'm like, all right, because you don't really see anyone with a bottom mouthpiece unless you're in like MMA or something. Yeah. That's how I got the second mouthpiece, and I've been wearing the 2 mouthpieces ever since. Any contact sport, because like, trust me, when you have your teeth knocked loose, a lot of fear goes through your head. Like, all right, am I gonna have to get false teeth or like something? So that is how those 2 mouthpieces came apart, and that's why I'm always wearing them.
I got a question. So the teeth firmed back up?
Yes, I had to wear like a brace for the first time. I think it was like 7 or 8 weeks, and I had to be very careful how I ate. The second time, did I have to wear a brace? No, I just pushed them back in, and then I was very careful.
And they're good now.
Yes, they're good now. Like, it's been so, and they're like, never any contact thing. I don't wear them playing volleyball, but anything else, like if it's chance of contact, I'm wearing them. No risk. It's like, trust me, you don't want to be there, and you never think about it unless it happens to you.
Gotcha.
Then it's like, all right, it's like, why?
I'm definitely afraid of losing teeth.
Exactly. It's not worth it.
That's one thing. Like if I ever got my teeth knocked out, I don't know what I do.
Trust me, you don't appreciate it until it happens to you. It's like, man, this is actually really, because I used to like see like, why are these guys wearing mouthpieces? You need a mouthpiece. And then something happens, he's like, I want a mouthpiece now.
Yeah. You know what? I actually bought a mouth guard. I got kicked in the mouth and bust my lip. It didn't knock any teeth out.
Where you get kicked in the mouth?
Somebody. No, yeah, right. Somebody.
Me.
I'm gonna be totally honest. Somebody head tapped me in Blitz League in the corner of the end zone, and when we came down, I got kicked in the fucking mouth, or I don't even know what hit me in the mouth. To be honest, I just got hit in the mouth, bust my lip crazy. Sorry. And then the next week I went on Amazon and bought a mouth guard.
Was it one of those? You should get a custom one, man. Like
it was one of those ones that you had that you would play tackle with that have that guard that's in the front. It's in your mouth and you bite on it and it's
okay. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Those are harder. I mean, those are not as comfortable. But but
you can breathe. It was for so you can breathe through it. So it was cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I wore it for a week or two and then I got tired of it.
Discarded. It's like yeah.
It's in my bag.
It's definitely harder to breathe with 2 mouthpieces, but I've gotten used to it. So. That's the story of why I wear 2 mouthpieces. That's how it happened. Yeah.
I didn't know teeth could firm back up.
You can if you're careful. So once you gotta be very careful. I was just lucky that they didn't get cracked in any certain way, and then that would have been a real problem. They just got uprooted. So,
all right. League pass, good fellas.
Shootout.
Yeah.
Probably the most entertaining game of the day for me.
If they play 10 times, what's the record?
I think League Pass wins most of them.
Wow.
Although Goodfellas has a lot of talent too. It's just I think they're all close wins, but I think League Pass just wins more. Even though was Goodfellas missing?
No,
they may have missed like one guy. Goodfellas.
Most of the team was there.
Yeah, I remember seeing who was on them.
They had a bunch. They had the guys.
League Pass has had a lot of good talent in its own right.
Yeah.
I think they've been better defensively as well. And Goodfellas have been in a lot of shootouts.
Goodfellas, well, the Achilles heel was attendance. I think they were pretty good this game here. This can be something that we'll see later. It's possible.
2-3. So that's round 2 they plan. Potentially.
Okay.
Because unless you're assuming the All-Stars lose their game to Goodfellas, but yeah.
That's why I said possibly.
Exactly. It's with that
Any given
qualifier.
Saturday, we don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
So, but this can be something we see, and it's good that they seen each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, big bass team plays.
I'd anticipate them to make the final.
I like it, man.
Great, yeah.
I like it.
Good squad.
So hold on. Let's this
Rob,
game here.
who was the best D2 team? Power rankings, not
Who
your
is
favorite
the
team.
best D2 team?
Everybody's there. Everybody has all of their guys. Who's the best D2 team?
You gotta. I'm gonna take the elites.
All right.
The reason why I'm gonna take the elites is because Will and Squirrel.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I think they have proven enough to everybody that you take those two guys. You don't pick against those two. They make plays when the plays are needed. They make plays to just make plays. They back up whatever they're talking. Will don't talk much, but you know what he's coming with. And the deal, when he needs a pick, he's going to get a pick. When he needs a touchdown, if the team needs him to take 170 yards to get somewhere, somehow the shit happens. So I'll take those two. I'll take the elites.
I'm not mad at that.
I can't.
Just for that reason alone.
Reasonable statement.
Hmm?
So that's not an unreasonable statement.
Yeah, for that reason alone.
But in terms of, if you want to say mid-season additions, free agent additions, Shane might go down as number 1 for ball up top, but a sneaky 2, Vinny on League Pass.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was originally on that team.
No, he wasn't.
Vinny on League Pass.
It's a good pickup. It's a great pickup.
Bro.
He fits what they need over there. So
Team's got a lot of talent. League Pass does.
League Pass, Goodfellas, Elites, Gladiators.
Well, up top. We call him. We say that in the thing abbreviated. Ball
yeah.
call him that. Yeah. Then the All Stars. League Pass, Goodfellas, Elites, Gladiators.
Yeah. So, see, this is where it gets a little closer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the QB of the Elites D2 is Anas.
Yes.
Right. Experience wise,
a QB for them.
Hash is D3.
I don't know who the official QB is.
Hash is the D3 QB from what I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So League Pass, if you're gonna go by, so now you break it down by you go by the QBs, right? You got Sims, you got Yash. Would you guys take both of those guys over Anas?
Yes. Putting us on the spot, yeah.
Listen. These are veteran Q. We're not talking about no slouches. Y'all don't got a bat in the eye or nothing like
Yes.
Like we're not. You say yes. It's not like what you say.
I know. I get it. Yes. Okay.
Now, let's go further down. You Gladiators. You have Mike, Shane, Sheep. Would you take them? In what or who would you take them over Anas?
Are we asking politically correct?
Shane, Mike, Sheep.
Are we
Simple question.
I'm talking about because Kenny's going to answer the question.
I'm not answering. No.
Because his quarterback to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Kenny doesn't have to answer. Kenny's in the division.
We're
We're going to leave you out of this. We're going to leave you out of this.
You have to potentially play, so no comment from me.
The way that people are playing right now, Sims probably playing the best. Sims, Yash. Again, I'm
You guys
trying.
try not to hurt feelings here, man.
No,
You
because
guys
I don't
try
want.
not to hurt
No.
me. See,
No.
come on.
No. Let
And
me.
I'm usually the one
No.
that
Can I preface
you
what I'm
know,
going to
it's
say?
usually me, but
No, it's not a matter of that because I want to separate ball up top Shane from
Caliph Shane.
Caliph Shane because I did see ball up top Shane they got destroyed last week against the Goodfellas. Well, 2 weeks ago against the Goodfellas. So
Gotcha.
when the Goodfellas players showed up late, he had a couple pick sixes, and you saw Dre was talking crazy. So we do remember that too. So we remember the good and the bad. So Sims, Yash. What's it?
Mike, Sheep, Shane. Those are the three. Mike, Sheep, Shane, and Anas. Those are your choices.
Man, this is tough. But I like it though.
It's all state. You're probably in good hands with everybody, but you know.
Nice.
They're not a sponsor. Man. We can't do that. They're not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor.
I'm just happy Kenny seen what I did there.
I understand what you did. I got it. Shane, Sheep, Mike, and Nas. I'm actually gonna go Shane.
You know what, I'm gonna give you some time to think about this one here. We go move on because it is. I want
to answer. That's it. That's why we're here, right? I want to answer.
I'm with you on these answers. I know where your dilemma is. I know exactly where your dilemma is. Okay, I'm gonna make it easier for you. Go on on this current season. We're not going historically. Let's just go from this point on. You go on what's going on this season.
If we're gonna go on this season, no history, no record, anything like that.
Make it a little easier for you.
The guy who's probably plaguing the worst football right now. Not saying he's the worst of the guys.
No, you don't gotta give
playing the worst, and his team is playing the worst. Would probably be Sheep.
Mm-hmm.
The All-Stars. So if we're gonna go based on strictly that, then yeah. Then the only thing that concerns me on a week-to-week basis, and why I'm gonna put Mike, is because the Gladiators' offense is so hit or miss. Most times miss. They always pack the defense, but no, they always pack. And what has our line been on the Gladiators? You have to score
more points.
Not gonna get it.
All Gladiators teams in all the divisions. They need to score.
Yeah. So then I would probably go Mike. Anas, Shane, Yash, Sims.
Right, I like it.
No, you got to answer it too.
No, it was my question.
No, you have to answer the question too. We here now. You got to answer it too.
I agree with your list.
Repeat it then. So say it. Don't just say my list. Say your list.
I agree with your list.
No. You say it then. Say who's your number 6.
Sheep, Mike, Anas, Shane, Yash, Sims right now.
Okay.
I got you. I agree with you.
Okay.
And this is, like I said, it's not what we know the guys can do. It's what's being done
right now. Yeah.
So let's not
go on to the matchups.
You're gonna get some messages tonight. All right. Let's move on. So these are the D1 matchups, obviously. So the winner of the top matchup will advance to the final.
That's D1.
What am I? Oh shit. My bad. So the losers of these games will be eliminated, obviously. Goodfellas All-Stars, Gladiators Ball Up Top. These are what depends on what I hope the whole Goodfellas show up, and I hope the All-Stars come in with some fire, some intensity.
Yes.
Who to bring it, because they do have a lot of guys who are cool, calm, and collected, and we don't. And to be honest, we're lacking some right now. We need
Normally
somebody
Sheep.
to
It's
fire the
normally
guys
Sheep.
up.
And they've been it's been Sheep. He has to bring it.
Yeah. Sheep, they're
Like
gonna
I
need you
said,
to be they're gonna need you to be Sheep.
No call. Rob has some breaking news. Rob has some breaking news.
What?
You know the chat. You already know who's missing. Couldn't that be one?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay. And text me on the side. Text me what you're saying. So this is what I'm saying, right? This is the thing, right? Sheep, cool, calm, and collected all the time. Like you know. Then you got Simon, it's kind of cool, calm, and collected most of the time. You got Fabby, cool, calm, and collected most of the time. Steve, same thing. Ken, same thing. Carlos,
Jonathan,
same thing. Although Carlos cuss from time to time, but it's not a cussing where you you know, like intensity
Jonathan.
cussing. Cool, calm, and collected. Is Aaron gonna be there? But he might have to bring the fire, man. That might be the guy. But they need a kick in the ass. Nick, cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
I need a kick in the ass. That's
Merce.
it. Merce.
Maybe Merce.
Could be Merce. Could be Merce. Could be Merce. Could be Merce. Merce. So our two people, Merce and
You know what has to be. Now that I actually think about it, but does he feel? And pardon the word, does he feel all-starry? The guy.
Dre. Yeah.
It has to be him. Maybe that's his job on this team. Maybe that's his role on this team.
All right, there we go.
Huh?
You got somebody. They need a kick in the ass.
They do.
That's it. So
he's gonna bring it from this standpoint.
Yeah, but they need the whole team needs to follow suit.
They need that in the pregame huddle. It can't just be one guy join because you know the good fellas are going to join. But particularly one good fella, the other Dre.
Listen, by the message I just received, they got a chance.
Share that with me. Share that.
Share later, man. I share it later. I got you. But you guys y'all need a kick in the ass because even with the message I just received, the team you're playing isn't a slouch.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Because I don't know who's
Makes it closer. Makes it closer.
But the good fellas have guys that they don't even use like that. Like Manny doesn't really get used the way he could be used. DJ, like DJ is on this team, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Couldn't tell. You know what I mean? Like he's on this team.
It's true. They have a lot of people.
Yeah. So
the All-Stars, though. All-Stars have a lot of people too. But
gonna be interesting one. Yeah. Gonna be an interesting one. Sunday Manny about to be.
You have to be.
You're gonna need Sunday Manny.
It's gonna have to be.
All right. Gladiators ball up top. So Kenny, we ain't even gonna put you on the spot to say what you're gonna have to say. Right? Because we know what you would have to say. Even if you didn't really believe so, you'd have to say it anyway.
Well, he spoke about it a little bit when your phone was just.
Okay. All right.
They spoke about it a little bit.
So y'all went over it.
Yeah.
Since I'm not gonna put Kenny on the spot anymore about his Gladiators, what do the Gladiators have? The funny part is I'm saying what do the Gladiators have to do to be successful in this game against?
Well, you kind of spoke about it also. It's mainly about containing Shane, which they have the guy to do it. And we need Kenny to accept this matchup and say he's going to take Ned out of the game.
I didn't say I was denying it.
I need that. Once I feel that belief from Kenny, then I'll believe in myself. But
I got
to being very coy about it, not really letting us into the group chat. But I think that's what the talk. I think Me and you talking about Kenny's gonna shadow Ned. Kenny's gonna shadow Ned. Right?
I would tell you straight up, I wouldn't want the goddamn assignment. Chase that fast
Absolutely
ass,
not.
that fast
Absolutely
guy.
not.
I wouldn't want the assignment, but
But Kenny's gonna shadow Ned.
I
Kirk
mean,
has
that's
to
definitely
contain
something that's
Shane,
no
and you have a
definitely
chance.
possibility.
now, E, what does ball up top have to do to get out of this one?
Based on these gladiators that we've seen, scored 20, 28 points. Like I'm not
That's a fair assessment.
score 28.
It is.
Score 28. Score
So?
28.
Basically, Gladiators need to score points, slow down Ned. Ball up top needs to outscore the Gladiators.
That does sound.
I hear you. Simple enough.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Good that we don't have much any other D2 standings and the D2 matchups. All right, let's move on.
So the other games aren't playing. It's only 2. So elites are and league pass are off.
Yeah, they're bye weeks.
Right?
They're
They're on
bye.
bye. Yeah, they're on buys this week.
Congrats, guys, for getting the bye.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right. So,
But it's really good to have 2 weeks off.
is
Rest
it
versus rust. Rest
Yeah,
versus rust.
when
Right?
some guys play on other teams? Like,
I know. Rest versus
so
rust.
some of the guys will be playing.
Yeah.
But, all right, Purple Rain, Goodfellas. Purple Rain suffered a loss to Goodfellas, which gives them their first loss in the double elimination playoffs of D1. This game, watching this game, it felt like everything that the Goodfellas did made Purple Rain feel deflated. I don't know if you watched the body language or every disconnect. It was just not good body language for me from a lot of the Purple Rain guys out there. I felt like everything was like every minute.
This was obviously besides losing the game, but in losing the game, this is the worst thing that could have happened for this particular Purple Rain team. And I say that because I've been saying it all year. You have a lot of guys who are talented, know that they're talented, want to be on the field. And with this being do or die, you have a team of 15, but you're going to have guys who want to play Iron Man. You need me on it. We're not losing this game. You need me on this field for us to win this game. And it's going to possibly alienate some other guys who might not like it. You guys get where I'm going?
I got you.
And that can lead to this. So
there's definitely been talks of that with Purple Rain in terms of some discontent because selfish play, not wanting to get off. That's the benefit of having a big roster is even when people are out, you still have like a good amount of people to call on and you have like a diversity of talent, which is useful. But the drawback is when everybody's there, now it's like, all right, we have 15 people play at 6 at one time.
Yes.
Who's playing? Where are they playing? It's like, ooh, that's a mess.
Do I have drop one pass? Quick hook?
I'm sorry.
Huh? That's what I'm saying. You get what I mean? Like,
that's true.
Like, no, I'm not coming out the game. It's only one pass. I got to get one.
True.
What happened?
I'm laughing at Ed's comment. And he said DJ's related to me. Been going to too many Diddy parties this season. The first time they played with a full squad all season. That was what it was. So
that's my fear.
I'm sorry, but it's do or die at this point. Would you blame the players to want to be out there if you consider them?
But if everybody feels that way, then who are the guys? That's what I'm saying. Everybody on that team feels that way.
The guys aren't chosen by choice. They're chosen by who did what. So whoever's the leader of this team, you need to lay down some listen, this is what we're going with here, this is what we're going with there. We need to win this game.
But I'm sure though that even the guys who may not be in positions to get a lot of time will be like, well, I could have made that play if I had the time. So I get why there'd be a lot of annoyance there.
In this game, you lose, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to do more.
And put more. I hear you, but everybody has to be honest with themselves. Who's the better guy for the
honest job? Thinking is I'm the best player on this team, and you have
that's ego thinking, not honest thinking.
But that's honest to me.
They know. I'm sorry.
Be honest to them.
That's honest to me, right?
No, I'm sorry. Listen, when you're on a team, you know. You're not gonna sit here and tell me you're like, oh no, you don't know?
No. There's a
No.
lack. Well, it's a combination of a lack of self-awareness and people not knowing each other's strengths. And again, it's the whole like, did you put up stats because you were the best player, or did you put up stats because you got the
because
most
you had
playing
the
time?
opportunities.
Yeah.
I like that. I hear you, but when Kenny, you being people who've played for a long time, you don't know when there's a guy that's better at the job than you at the moment.
You do. But then again,
So
people
they
don't have
have to
that.
be honest with that.
But people
We're
don't
making
have the self.
excuses for them not being self-aware. That's an
Well, yeah,
excuse
that's
for
true.
them.
That's part of it, though. Some of them, you can know if a guy is discernibly better than you, but you might lack the self-awareness anyway, even if you've been playing for a long time.
Yes.
Well, listen, they got to gain self-awareness before tomorrow.
Yeah, they got a good
Let's
matchup.
just put it that way.
Who are they playing in the
Hero
playoffs?
ball is real, Rob. There's
Yeah.
that term. Hero ball is
Hero
real.
ball.
It is, yeah.
It's
I
a real
hear you.
thing.
I hear you.
And again, we could just be talking, you know.
As a
It has to be the most unselfish
you know,
guys
man,
there are.
as a guy that doesn't care about what's my saying for that? No, it was your saying.
Don't count your snaps. Make your snaps count.
That's a good one.
It's what it's about, man. Like whether if you you out there, you think because you're out there 40 snaps, now you go score 6 touchdowns. No, you probably go score the same amount of touchdowns scored when you was off. Doesn't make it, to be honest, in the grand scheme of things, being out there more, yes, you have more, but if the ability still has to be there.
True.
You know what I mean? Like just being out there doesn't. I've known a lot of guys that love to be on the field every snap of but at some point, you get shut down, and now you can't do nothing. You gotta get off.
Yeah.
And what they're doing to us here, you can't be successful. And even though you've been successful, you could have been successful all season doing what you were doing, but they're not defending us that way right now. How they defending us right now, you can't work in that system.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's just self-awareness, and it's about the win. You got to make it. You got to make it to play one more game.
I could see them squabbling in that coming up game.
Especially
I
if
can
they
see
fall
them squabbling.
behind. That's the key right there. If they fall behind,
I would hope not.
Who are they playing in that game?
Who are they playing?
Yeah, who are they playing?
That's what I'm saying. A team has to score. So if they fall behind, it's a big if they fall behind.
Yeah.
If they fall behind. Yeah.
All right. Goodfellas took care of business.
Goodfellas are looking like a team that
they
got
like
their win. See,
Yeah, they could chill a little bit. They're at least guaranteed 2 more games.
Yep.
So
it's true. Yeah, it's probably right.
Likes, but the game is definitely going to be some chirping. Yeah. That's absolutely right. And we're older guys, veteran guys. We understand that part. Some of us may have gotten it when you were youthful, also being a team guy. I don't think I've ever was like, I gotta be on the field. Like, I don't think I was ever like that. You would know I had to be on the field.
That's fair. Mm-hmm.
You would ask me why I was off the field. I wouldn't be me have to tell you on the field. So that's what I mean by it's chosen by what you do. It's not chosen by what you think you can do. So
okay, I'll ask you guys an uncomfortable question. And this is something I'm probably didn't anticipate. Who do you think should be on the field for them the most for both sides of the ball? Purple Rain, we're talking about.
Both sides of the ball?
Yes, like for offense.
They do have an offensive and defensive lineup. But it's like when one mistake happens, somebody gets burnt, or somebody drops a pass, they're quick to come on, you're up. Yeah, so I do think they do have structure when things are going well. That's why I said it'd be interesting to see if they do fall behind, what happens. Again, they're playing against a team that
winless
franchise that struggles to score points. Huh?
It's a winless team.
It struggles to score points.
Winless veteran team.
Oh.
It depends on what the defense is showing. And I'm not gonna go too far into that, but
You know
the
exactly what
dude with there's a new dude on the team with the dreads.
Marcel, I think is his name.
He's emerged as a
The guy,
guy that
the guy that
that
play on both
is
sides.
that
Mhm.
demands some attention, right? Nate over the season I thought he has played well there, Nate.
Hmm.
I don't know if he
Um,
plays so much defense though.
no, not defensively. Right now, I'm
Well,
offensively. Right
he said both sides, right?
I'm not sure.
Was that the question? You said who should be on
Yeah,
both sides?
who on both sides for Purple Rain offense and defense?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't
He said
get it.
both sides. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Nate really plays defense.
No, he doesn't play defense. Well, so if it's Marcel is his name, he should definitely get a nod. But they have to keep a cool head, as in every pass isn't gonna connect. Every, you know what I mean? Like I said, we're watching the tape. There was a lot of the come on, and Roach is gonna have to be Roach.
Yeah.
They what it is they have the with guys like Roach, they have some speed on this team that can open up things and also be big downfield, which can stretch a defense.
Mm-hmm.
They got to work what they got.
Yeah.
Throws have to be more decisive. I got a critique here. I didn't think Dre was decisive enough in
Yeah.
his
This was the most,
decision making and
the
his throwing.
least
I thought
confident.
he'd see things. He didn't throw confidently to me,
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
in like you'll see the play coming, and I'm like, he could have threw that already. And like trust your receiver to throw it to a spot. Sometimes you don't always have to hold to throw it to the open guy.
Mhm.
That's what I've seen from him in this game, watching it back. That's my critique about it. And it may have frustrated some of the receivers a little bit, but they have to keep a cool head also. So
Yeah.
all right.
And to answer your question, both D1 games at the same time. So
Yes.
Oh wow, interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
One just starts. Remember the Goodfellas Caliphs game. That's an 8:15
15, yes.
8:15
8:15 start. Be
not
on
8:30.
time.
Uh
It's
oh.
15 minutes
You
early. Yeah.
forget. It's like, oh, it starts at 8:30. It show up at 8:29.
8:15 start for that game,
Yes.
while the Gladiators Purple Rain game is
8:30.
8:30.
All right. Jeez, where am I? What is this? Caliphs, Gladiators. Gladiators packed the defense, man. Like
They brought it. Yeah.
Caliphs showed a little. Listen, anybody can be beat. I know they didn't lose this game, but this is not what we expect out of the Caliphs.
And to play like that to them, it feels like a loss.
Yes,
It feels like a
the
loss.
team is too talented.
Mhm.
And no knock on the Gladiators, because like I said, the Gladiators always scheme
Yeah.
very well
Let's take the
defensively.
defense, yeah.
They always play good defense, but the Achilles heel of the Gladiators is the inability to put up big points.
You did your job. You held the team to 20. This team averages what? 40? 40 a game?
48, 50.
48, 49 a
50 in
game.
some
You held them
games.
to 24. Half that.
Defense did its job.
12. So
We need this offense to do its job. You're gonna get when you play the Caliphs, of course, you're gonna get a lot of man defense, a lot of, it can be difficult, but you gotta find a way. You gotta find a way to get to get some separation for somebody, anybody.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if the Gladiators pack this defense this week,
Yeah.
and they can score some points, they may play on to play another to play another game.
Break the streak.
Yeah, and what this would be the best time to do it, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. So, all right. So D1, the winner of the top game will be in the finals and would have to lose twice to be eliminated.
So how does that work? So
Well, you got to get 2 losses.
Well, yeah, but let's say I'm
You
just
have to
saying
beat
to
them
make it
twice.
easy.
I know your
Let's say,
question. You have to
yeah.
beat them twice.
You got to beat them twice.
They only have to beat you once. You would have to beat them twice.
So would you have to play them twice in one day, or it would carry on to the next week after
That's a
that?
good question.
I am not
That's
100%
what I
sure
was
about
wondering.
that. That is a
Yeah.
good question. I was actually. It depends on if both if the other championship is the same day in the other division, then it may have to be you'll play again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever it takes.
Beep beep whistle 0-0.
Yeah.
Do it again, guys. And because that'll be the only games they're playing at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it's fair that whoever wins Goodfellas versus Cal should have to lose twice. It shouldn't be like, oh, the other team came in after beating someone else once and they win one game and win the championship. No,
yeah.
you gotta
Yeah,
you gotta beat them twice, whoever
Gotta
that
beat them
wins that
twice,
game.
yeah.
Gotta beat
Yeah.
them twice. That's the only way. You
Yeah.
have to get your 2 losses to be eliminated. 'Cause, any other way would be unfair.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know they probably would prefer not to. Yeah, it said it should be the next week.
It
2
should be.
games. of the
I think
same
it should be,
division.
yeah.
If we, I don't know if we have the room.
Yeah.
I got to check I'll check. I'll look into it, but yeah. So somebody's going.
Yeah, well, it would be because we still have 2 weeks of D3 regular season before their playoff starts. So we're talking about one team is going to be gone. One team is going to have a bye, right? So we're going to have another week to determine who's going to play the championship. So wouldn't that be? It should end around the same time as D3 playoffs, is what I'm saying.
If it's there, it's there, and we'll, I don't mind. It would be great to leave, go home tied 1-1, and come back. It would be amazing.
All the marbles, yeah.
Yeah, all the marbles are on the line now. So, but this is a big game for them because this, somebody's gonna get that loss. Then they have to go in the next week, and somebody's going home. Then you got to go back up to the big dog up top. So, we'll see who it is. All right. Shit, we've been on here for exactly 2 hours. We spent an hour alone on D3, but it is what it is. This is just, it's nothing we could do about it. Did I show the standings here? Don't matter. Good luck tomorrow. Be there earlier than early, especially you guys in that Goodfellas Cali's game.
Will start at 8:15.
Yep.
No, it will start at 8:15.
Yeah, it will start at 8:15. I'm gonna be out there very early. He's gonna be out there.
I'll be out there very early. Rob, semi early.
No, I have to be out there early tomorrow. So
yeah,
I got some duties to take care of before. Hopefully, we're not getting the damn rain by 8 o'clock in the morning.
Please don't mar the games.
yeah.
I hope the rain stops. We're supposed to get a lot of rain tonight. But good luck to everybody. Bring your A game, man. D1, try to live another day. Save for D2 because somebody's going. So some 2 people go home.
What is it? You win some, you lose some, right?
But you live to fight another day. Not in this. Not tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
You win some, you lose some, and if you lose, you go to Cancun.
Got knocked out.
Yeah, that's it.
Friday quotes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Good luck to everybody. Kenny, final words.
Just win, baby. That's corny, but yeah, we're gonna try to win. Everyone's gonna say everybody's gonna go into tomorrow playoff teams thinking they're gonna win. But no, you guys have done a great job as always. You, Soil, other people behind the scenes of administering everything with the league, and just the fact that it's entering the playoff season and everything's been smooth. It's excellent. So credit to you guys.
Yeah.
Are we done? Are we done? I watch games, and I watch games over again, and we're skipping that part.
What?
Oh, top 10.
Do you not have that queued up?
I forgot about that.
Do you not have that queued up?
Oh, he forgot about it too.
There was a top 10. Well, of course I have the top 10 queued up. We're gonna end the show. Whoever tuned out when we started giving our final statements, you messed up. You messed up. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I did kind of forget.
Yeah,
I did, but I definitely do have the top 10 queued up. Hold on.
Officials don't miss anything.
Uh,
Welcome to the Red Zone Top 10, brought to you by Idea A, EC, Dynamic Tax and Accounting, and Cactus Sportswear. Did you make the top 10?
Spartans ball coming in the second half.
Marty.
Let's see out now. Let's see. Yep.
Gone.
Inexcusable.
Wow.
shout out to Rob and another one-play touchdown. They lead the league in those. And Marv not giving up on that play. Shoot, I would have been stopped chasing him.
Absolutely.
Number 9.
That was crazy.
Got him. Oops.
Play to the whistle.
Is he gonna run away?
Wow.
To the house.
Equalizer.
Adam with the pitch to Zane.
Equalizer.
Touchdown.
Gotta grab 5, fellas.
So after the long lateral run, tie game at 19, this conversions for the lead.
Look at that.
I was wondering, like 2
Oh,
for 1.
yeah.
Okay. Good pick.
David Tyree.
Right,
Whip. All right.
This is what we
Dump.
do. Up and down.
And he's gone.
Howdy.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
Myself.
No.
Unicorn.
That boy can run, boy. Number 6. Interception.
That was nice. Good stuff.
A little pitchy
And the mod
pitchy
KJ
woo.
play, yeah.
Why is the ref
How
not
does-
hustling on that
that
one?
is-
Why
that
is the
is
ref
un-
not hustling? You're supposed to run with the players, Ron.
That is unexcusable. You
Yeah.
gotta pull that flag. Good move by KJ. If you didn't see, he gave like a fake pitch, pump in there. They must have went for it.
Curtis, take notes, Curtis. If you have to deal with tomorrow.
Oh, escape.
Jeez.
And he
Jeez.
looks to throw still. Good
Yeah.
very good quarterback.
Big catch too.
Yeah.
Keeps the eyes downfield. Touchdown. Woo! Uzman.
Throwback. There you go.
The pitch to the goat giver.
Take it.
Look at the ref all over that play.
Why you ain't run down there? Which y'all got to deal with
Throw
tomorrow.
it down. Yep. Ball up top. Boom.
There's a Kenny down
Putting
there.
the body on the line.
That's not gonna happen to me. But all right.
It's gonna be Kenny down there one-on-one with him. What's this? Got a little bonus play?
Up a little bit. Yeah.
They're just killing
All
it.
right.
This was a rarity. We not only had one, but we had 2 returns for 2 points
Yep.
in the same game.
This is a whole team play right here. I'm really watching this.
Woo! And he's gone. Not for nothing. Whoever's the cameraman,
Good job. Yeah.
good job.
That's a mouse.
Good for him.
And the number 1 play. Look at the D.
Yeah.
Give me that. Big Nate.
Yep.
And he is going to the house.
House. Good for him.
House
Can do. One hand. The slow motion sounds are funny. That was excellent.
That's everyone.
Yeah. Now that I watched it, I got to go back and edit those extra little clips out for Instagram. I got it. Don't matter on the show, but for Instagram, I got to put them out. Yeah. So the top 10.
For the record.
Let me just for the
Don't have
record.
on pads. It's called shoulders, and this is my sofa behind me, my recliner. So I know it looks like I have one shoulder. I don't.
He's right.
This is me.
Just for the record, there were
Yeah.
a lot of plays
me.
this week
Yeah.
that were cut. Like this might have been the most plays we've had to sift through, because what we do is we put them all in, and then we go through them and go, that's out, that's out, that's out, that's out. This week it was a lot of them.
We could have had a double top 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely could have. We cut it. We cut about at least 8.
8 to 9 plays. Yeah.
And normally we get 12, cut 2. This week here was like, is that bad?
Sometimes we have 8 and got to force 2. It's come through this. Like, they're here for the honesty, right? Like, we have that sometimes. Like, yeah.
All right.
It was a good week.
Shout out. I wanted all the guys that are recording and like Kenny, you mentioned the commentary. Impeccable job, you guys.
Unsung heroes.
Yeah, impact. It does so much for the videos. Like it lets, like, if you're just, like I said, anybody can watch those videos that you guys are commentating.
Yeah.
And understand what's going on. Now we have the score, we have the commentating, all that. It's been pretty good. Final words. Sorry.
Yes. For a lot of guys, playoffs tomorrow, man. Bring it. That's it. As Kenny said, just win, right? Just win, baby. Is that
win.
Raiders?
That was, Al, what's his name? Forget his last name, the owner.
Al Davis.
Yeah, Al Davis, yeah.
Just win, baby. That's it. So, like we said, hopefully this rain doesn't
mars the game.
Yeah.
Please.
I think we should.
It's brutal. Listen, the game is more brutal for us than the players.
And I will say this one more time, beating a dead horse. Goodfellas and Caliphs. That game will begin at 8:15. It has to begin at 8:15. Okay.
People are still going to show up late, but you told them.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they know.
No excuse.
They know.
So I actually expect them to be there because it's playoffs and they won. You know what I mean? So
I hear it.
But
I hear it.
Damn, 2 hours, 8 minutes. I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'll turn you up a little bit. Yo,
take this off, man.
Good luck. Hey, hold on. I gotta spin around.
Huh?
Y'all know what my jersey say, man. Mr. Jones.
Huh?
That's it. All right.
I'm trying to turn around. I'm trying to turn around.
Peace out, y'all.